Design standards are a set of rules, guidelines, and examples that specify the appearance of a user interface. They also often include code guidance, and today we're going to focus how companies can use them to guide their web page designs. You may also have heard the term pattern library, and they are related, but they tend to be a little more flexible. It's not easy to create and maintain a good set of design standards. The people who create design standards are typically very smart, hardworking, and passionate about good design. Despite their best efforts, not everyone is a fan of design standards. In fact, many people get very frustrated with design standards. They feel that standards tie them down and don't give them enough design flexibility. Others feel that the standards take too long to learn, with all the specification of UI widgets, controls, examples, and coding. Still others feel like it's just all too much work to design and code to the standards. The people who work on design standards are always searching for ways to make them more flexible, easier to learn, and easier to use, but that's for another video. The question for today is, why bother to follow the standards at all? Well, that may be true, but how about we stick to the script? There are lots of ways that design standards can be helpful, but we're going to cover 4 today, starting with how consistency benefits users. Remember when you started to learn to drive a car? You learned that the brake was on the left and the accelerator was on the right. Well, since all cars have this pedal arrangement, you can drive about any car with success, even when the unexpected happens. But imagine if a design committee came along and wanted to change the arrangement of the pedals. They want to stand out or be innovative, or maybe they think they have a good reason for the change. Well, you can imagine what's going to happen to a driver that tries to use a car with this arrangement. The same principle applies to web pages. Once a user learns to use a control, they're able to use similar looking controls very easily. But when you change things, even in small ways like shape or position, you can often befuddle the user. Furthermore, when pages look the same, it's easy for users to know where they are. Change something to stand out, and you might end up standing all the way out and being unrecognizable. But it's not just the users you'll save from pain. You can save yourself a lot of pain by following design standards. The truth is, designing coding from scratch is hard, and it's easy to miss things, like usability principles, accessibility, globalization, and corporate directives. Mistakes here will cost you recoding, but standards can help by making sure you follow all these principles the first time you design. Design standards can not only save you pain, but also save you time and money. Think about how often people will spend a lot of time debating the most trivial aspects of the design, like what color to make something. This wastes time, and time is money. And instead, you could focus on important aspects of the design, like the workflow. And why have different teams coding the exact same element, wasting money, when they could simply get that same element from design standards and save themselves a lot of effort? Following design standards can also help you in upgrading your pages. Think about creating a page that follows the design standards versus one that looks similar but didn't follow the design standards. The one that followed standards is in great shape to inherit new things from the design system. When there's a change in appearance, CSS might allow you to automatically inherit the change, where others have to code it by hand. Likewise, when new widgets are added to the design system, or the pages are enabled for new devices, the standard-coded pages are in a much better position to inherit these changes than pages that failed to follow the design standards. This means that following design standards not only makes things easier now, but easier in the future as well. We hope you found this video helpful, and maybe you'll start considering standards a friend rather than a foe.